Hello, Hofstra fans, and welcome to another edition of the WB Mason Coaches Report on GoHofstra.com. I'm Mark Weiner with John Russo, head coach of Hofstra Baseball. Coach, how's it going?
Good, Mark. Thanks for having me.
Let's review the weekend series, the first home series of the year for your team. First, a doubleheader on Friday due to some weather. On Saturday, had to make it a doubleheader. 8-4 and 13-3 the finals in favor of Delaware. They had 33 hits in those two games.
You know, that's a little bit of your biggest fear with the doubleheader is, a team gets hot. And, Delaware came in really offensively, really good coming in. I think 7 of their 9 hitters hitting over 300 coming into the series. And, I thought Chris Weiss really, batted well. I thought he pitched his best game of the conference so far and threw really, really well. And, and then we got a little bit of a rough start from Bowie, and, I think his worst start on the year. And then anytime you have to go to the bullpen for any extended period of time, you're going to get into some trouble. And, it was just tough. We got our hitters going over to us, and it wasn't best case scenario, but got to tip your hat to Delaware.
On Sunday, another 8-4 loss, but take the positive. Rooney goes 5 1/3, only gives up 3 runs, so another quality start from him.
Runes has been great. 2 times in a row he's starting on Sunday. He's given us a chance to win, and that's all you could ever ask for your Sunday guy. And John, you think he gave up a couple cheap runs. One on a wild pitch that I know he'd like to have back. But he also got out a couple big jams. He struck out their 4-hole hitter with the bases loaded. We hadn't gotten him out all weekend. I ended up thinking he ended up being player of the week later, after the weekend. But, John did a really nice start.
We talk about some of the offensive players. Stephen Foster had a little bit of a sophomore slump so far this year, but this weekend hits a triple, hits a double on Sunday as well. So it's nice to see him get out of that slump finally, right?
Agreed. I think, Stephen would be the first one to admit that he had a rough start to the beginning of the season, but I think since conference started, he's locked in a lot better. He's been putting together a lot more bats. Really like how he's changing his approach, and, he's mixing things up. He's not, you're not able to get him out the same way the whole game anymore, and, I think he's just growing as a player. He's playing really well defensively. The other guy I thought was Wachowski, really delivered this weekend, had a huge, game 1, had a double to knock in the first run on, Sunday. I think on Sunday they only threw him 1 fastball and 4 at-bats to show you how much they respected, how well he played and hit that weekend.
Also, David Lederman hits a home run on Sunday, has 2 hits in that game in general. He's been playing pretty well.
Well, the one thing that David did this past weekend that I was beyond proud of is he had a rough Friday, and then he had a rough first 2 at-bats on Sunday. And, him and I, continually talk most at-bats and see stuff, talk stuff, and, he could have easily just thrown away those last 2 at-bats on Sunday and just had a rough weekend. Instead, he made a huge adjustment. He got a good pitch to hit a home run and tied it up at the time, which was a big home run. Then he also got a big double later in the game, left center. He just missed hitting another one out. Gets to third base, which at the time would have been the tying run there in the bottom of the 8th inning. And, that's what a leader should do is, having a little bit of a rough time, having a rough weekend, and then still, have enough savvy to put together 2 big late at-bats to deliver like he did.
2 midweek games this week, NYIT and Manhattan, both at home. What do you want to tinker from your team in those 2 games?
Well, we're definitely, if we play, we get to see a lot of pitching, so we'll have some guys out there for an extended period of time that we won't be able to protect. They'll have to go out there and get their innings done. There's some guys that we need to get swinging the bats better. Off the top of my head, like Ryan Carl needs to swing it a little bit. Vito Freesia needs to get it going a little bit more. And with the midweeks, that's what you hope to get going, is a little bit better offensively. More importantly than anything, though, as a team, we need to get some wins. And, New York Tech won 2 against Maine this weekend. I think they're playing right around 500. Manhattan beat us earlier in the season on the road. So those are 2 big games that you got to try to win here at home.
College of Charleston, 3 games at home in CAA play coming up Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We know one of the powerhouses of this conference since they joined a couple of years ago. So how tough of a matchup will they be?
They're playing as good as any team in the league right now. I think they're 21 or 22, whatever poll you're looking at. They won a series out in California this past weekend. Their weekend starters will be as good as we've seen so far this weekend in conference. They really swing the bats well offensively. They'll be a tough matchup all the way around, but at the end of the day, we're at home. We've been at home now for 2 straight weekends. We should be comfortable at home. We should be a series that we go into looking to win the series and play well. And we just got to get back to playing better baseball. We're playing average, or a little bit below average, in maybe all cases of the game. And if we could just start to play a little bit better, we're right there in a lot of games, and need a breakthrough weekend.
Head coach of Hofstra Pride Baseball, John Russo, thanks so much for the time. Good luck this week.
Thanks, Mark.
I'm Mark Weiner. This has been the WB Mason Coaches Report on GoHofstra.com.